Hey everyone, it's Mark here again, and welcome to Digi Profits, where we have a look at various things in the world of both cryptocurrency and also other forms of digital product, whether it be affiliate marketing, drop shipping, and other things as well. And today, what I want to look at is the US dollar strength compared to Bitcoin, so you can get a rough idea of possibly where the market's heading. I think it's quite interesting because I just put this graph together myself. I went ahead and I took a snapshot of the US dollar strength right now, which is pretty high right up here. Okay, so we're looking at it's a very strong dollar due to the fact that institutions and so forth are pricing in rate hikes, the basis point hikes and all of that sort of stuff, expected future hikes, but also recent interest rate hikes. It's a bit of monetary policy being priced in. However, inflation is still happening. Inflation actually takes a good 2 years or more before the monetary policy actually gets through the hands of enough people that the inflation starts to go the other way. So in reality, what's happening has been a political play, but we may find pretty soon in the coming months that inflation is still happening worldwide because where the US is printing money, others are printing even more. And despite their best efforts, all it's really doing is putting in a temporary patch-up job. So what's happening though? What's happening with Bitcoin when the US dollar goes up? Well, as you can see, generally, Bitcoin is just on its way up. Generally, the US dollar, you can't see back further, but generally it's on its way down because back further, it was like decades ago, it was much higher than it is now. But it looks like in the last decade, it's been ranging across ways. If you notice that on the big dip there, you got the big rise here. On the dip here, this has sort of stayed a bit flat, but as it went up, bang, you got a crushing moment in crypto there relative to where people were at. And then over here, you see big problems with the US dollar, big rise in crypto, ranging, we're going up, but going up slowly. Crypto was just sort of going across ways. We had the pandemic, went there, but then Bitcoin came straight back up. So it's not 100% inversely correlated. Sometimes when US dollar's going up, you still see Bitcoin going up and so forth. However, when you see the bigger dips in the US dollar strength, we've seen the bigger rises. And so while we were in this phase where the dollar strength was bottoming out, we were in this phase here. Obviously, there was a bit of selling action, China banning Bitcoin, stuff like that. But essentially, we were in this phase here while we were in this phase here. Okay? And logically, it looks like we could be near the top for the US dollar strength. Maybe it could go a little higher. Maybe. I mean, we look at the relative strength index on the weekly, we're already above, right? But if I don't have the chart in front of me, but if I looked at the daily, the relative strength index shows that we could possibly go a little bit higher with US dollar strength and still be fitting into this pattern, in which case we may wick down to 33K, who knows? But if that was the only factor at play, you would say that there's a very, very good chance that that's about to go the other way with the US dollar strength, and we're about to carry on accumulating upwards in the world of crypto. So this is a little bit of bullishness about crypto. Now, that's not to say it has to work out that way. You can also go and look over at the money markets, and you'll see that we're over on we're about to reach another level of support that we're testing over there. So it's possible if the stock market has a bit of a dump, then we could see a bit of a bear trend, and it could play out over a longer time phase. And this here could flatten out for a while, just a little bit like this. It could range across ways to about there before it comes down again. So it could be that this there doesn't just come straight down. It could range across to here, and the top could be just a little bit higher, but over here, and then it happens over there. So you just got to bear in mind If that happened, we'd probably be in with a bearish phase down to here, and then we'd be off to the races there, a bit further up. So anyway, the reason I'm mentioning all of this is just to just give an alternative perspective on just another element of the wider crypto market. I'm not going to go ahead and look at every single thing that is affecting Bitcoin and its prices right now, but I'll give you one other piece of bullishness is simply just looking over at Glassnode and noticing that that more and more of Bitcoin is now in the hands of people who are 1 or more year hodlers of the coin. So historically, when that has happened, what have we seen? When we've dipped down here, more and less short-term holders, more long-term holders, price action goes up. Same with here, same with here. Price action went up, price went up. Here, I mean, we could potentially carry on down a little bit until we get to the bottom of this green bar if we were to do what we did there, but we're in the range. So at some point, price action should, in theory, go up again because of the supply squeeze. So that's just something else to look at. All right, so that's it for me in this particular video. I hope that you found value in it. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel, comment, give it a thumbs up. And if you don't like it, feel free to post any meaningful discussion as well in the comments below. All right, that's it from me. See you in the next one.